One spot. Alabama businesses now have access to a centralized statewide electronic filing and remittance system for sales, use, and rental taxes, allowing city and county taxes to be filed along with state taxes through a single website, myalabamataxes.alabama.gov.
I'm Will Lochamy.
And I'm Reed Lochamy.
This is the Iron Bowl Hour.
Or as we like to call it, the show that couldn't help but notice that an Ohio State wide receiver said Ohio State would wipe the field with Alabama. Well, Nick Saban responds by saying that he'd use Ohio State to wipe his...
On tonight's show.
Better Wilson, John Parker, Ross, or Woodrow?
Woodrow's up there.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Yeah.
He's a presidential guy.
Chicks dig guys with instruments, right?
Absolutely.
Musicians, you see that a lot too. I mean, you see getting some extra dates and stuff and being a guy in a band.
Between the instrument and the uniform, all the time.
And having $1 million.
And the $1 million.
That helps too. Read it time for another Agree to Disagree.
'Tis indeed, Will. In a script that is becoming increasingly predictable, Alabama wins, and wins again. If things continue this way, is Alabama hurting the sport of college football by making it boring? I think you've made your point, Will.
Okay, good. I was trying to.
I'm assuming you're going to argue that somehow this is boring. What
Yeah, no,
Alabama's
it's
doing?
like the most incredibly boring thing ever, Reed. It's just the same monotonous plays over and over and winning by 50 points over and over.
You sound like people who say that, Tiger Woods has made golf boring. Well, certainly that's not
He made it pretty exciting for a little while.
Well, yeah, certainly he did. But look, now outside of whatever his personal thing was, he got people interested in golf by setting records, doing things that no one has ever done before, right? And that's what Alabama is doing. Listen, it's so exciting. It got Nick Saban to smile this past weekend, right? It's a very exciting and interesting thing.
First of all, using golf is not a fair analogy because golf's the most boring sport ever.
Until Tiger Woods.
Well, you throw anything into golf is going to make it more exciting.
Yeah.
So Tiger Woods did that. We're talking about football, Reed, a very exciting sport where play after play, you never know what's going to happen unless you're watching Alabama, and then you know they're going to score. Well, they're going to beat people up, and they're going to score, and they're going to win by big numbers. It's the same thing over and over.
Total world domination, which is what Alabama is, sort of accomplishing at this point, right? The fact that they're about to win 3 national championships back to back to back, they're about to probably win 3 more after that. There's nothing that's going to stop them. No one accuses Bear Bryant of having been boring because he was extremely successful.
No,
right?
see, now you're taking it from a boring standpoint to a scary standpoint. Read world domination. I don't think we're even looking at it.
I think Poland should be careful about this situation.
No, look, Reed, it's not just me that feels this way. I woke up this morning, was reading the Wall Street Journal, and as a matter of fact, what?
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was. I woke up this morning, as I do
every
reading
morning. The Wall Street Journal.
As I do each morning, Reed, and this morning.
And what did it say,
hit,
Will? What did it say in the Wall Street Journal?
On it said, hey, Auburn, you're our last chance. Basically, the whole country is fed up with Alabama, and everybody's rooting for Auburn to beat them.
I know about the article. I read the Wall Street Journal, but I'm saying you didn't read the Wall Street Journal.
Rachel Bachman wrote it, Reed. She's one of my favorite writers.
You didn't read the Wall Street Journal.
I read the Wall Street Journal.
Whatever.
Last week showcased 2 top 10 showdowns on Thursday night. But is Thursday night really a time for games that matter? Should there be more meaningful Thursday night games in the future?
Will, Thursday night games.
Yeah.
I mean, it says it right there in the name. What's wrong with these nighttime games during the week? Come on, Will. I mean, so that's not a time to watch football. That's college football is about Saturdays, right? It's about getting up early, drinking some coffee, watching football, right? And that's not
these
nighttime.
games start at like 7 p.m. Reed.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So what were you saying? I come home from work. I have dinner at 4:30, 4:45, something like that. I get into my pajamas, and before you know it, it's time to go to bed. I mean, I catch maybe the first quarter, and that's it. It's a terrible time for football games.
Are you kidding?
No.
We're already halfway through a 6-pack by 7 p.m., Reed. Waiting on the
Six-pack of what, Will? This we're talking about during the middle of a week?
Reed, are you kidding me? The week is so boring. Thank goodness for these Thursday night games. They finally give us something to care about during the week. What else are you going to do? Listen to a radio show?
Listen, you need to grow up, Will. Thursdays, the middle of the week, is a time to be serious, right? To be doing things like sleeping. That's a thing to be doing.
I'm seriously worried about you. That you're going to bed before these games will end.
Okay, look, this is clearly not a good idea. Tell me one other high-profile game that there's been all season long on Thursday nights.
Thursday nights?
Mm-hmm.
It was an SEC game to start the season.
Oh, who was in it?
South Carolina
No, we can't
and
Maybe Vanderbilt. Yeah,
Yeah,
great
yeah.
teams. Yeah. So
Yeah.
look, clearly this is not a time for serious football games, Will. So I don't know why in the world they put 2. That's just an accident. You know what it was? They probably think in Stanford that sounds like a nerd school, so probably not going to be very good. And I think that's probably what it was.
No, I'm wanting more of these, Reed. I need more football. More football all week long. Heck, let's throw a good Friday night game in there. Forget about high school stuff. Tuesday, why
Does
not?
high school have football teams?
Shh, who cares? Tuesday night, let's get a game there. We don't have to worry about dinner with our folks anymore.
Oh.
I'm telling you, this is the way to do it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
In fact, I want so much football, Reed, that recently I went down, started marching with the $1 Million Band so I can get into some games for free. Check it out and come back. You know, Reed, it's every guy's dream to be in a band.
But I don't think it's that kind of band you're about to be in, Will.
I think it's any kind of band, right?
Besides, it's not everyone's dream. My dream is always just to march in unison with others.
Okay, well, recently I fulfilled both of our fantasies by going to Tuscaloosa and hanging out with the $1 Million Band. For over 100 years, the $1 Million Band has entertained fans at Alabama football games, earning their name when, despite a poor season by the team, reporters noted that their band sounds like $1 million. Beginning in August, the 400-plus students practice 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, perfecting their performance.
Roll Tide!
At ease, kiddos, at ease. Ben Carmichael?
How are you?
Good, man. So you are the head honcho? Is that the official term for it?
I don't think so, no.
You go by...
The drum major.
The drum
One
major.
of the drum majors.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now here's my thing. I want to be involved in college athletics in some way.
Okay.
I've been trying to play football for a while.
Okay, how's that going?
Not so well,
Okay.
as a matter of fact. And so now I'm thinking, since that hasn't really worked out, I want to be able to get into the games for free. Really, that's what this whole mission's about.
okay.
So maybe if I can join the band. That's kind of what I'm going for. I was in the band actually in 6th grade, first semester. I don't remember a ton, but I think maybe just a small refresher course and we can kind of get this
You
thing back
can
on
give
track,
it a
right?
shot. Yeah,
Fantastic.
give it a
yeah.
shot.
All right, well, let me get suited up and then we'll see what I got.
Okay, I like it.
Allison, you're my wardrobe coordinator. All right, so pants first, I guess? These are more like overalls.
They're called bibbers.
Bibbers. I've got 2 kids. I'm very familiar with bibbers. Yeah. Now, if you had to describe band uniforms, did you say they fit properly? They always kind of...
They fit.
They fit, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes awkwardly, though, right?
Yeah, they can be a little awkward.
All right.
Oh, other way around.
Other way around.
Yeah, it fits in the back.
How about that? This is like a Houdini jacket, huh?
Yeah.
And I will be able to escape this jacket in under 1 minute. Speaking of, do you guys ever challenge other bands? Is this a competition between you guys? Y'all hate Auburn as much as the football players?
No.
No, okay. Does this fit? Is this right?
It looks good.
Okay, fantastic. I think I'm ready to go, right?
I think you're set.
I'm in the band. Well, Wesley, I feel like I'm 90% in the band already, thanks to the uniform. I know there's a few other things to learn, like marching and then actually playing an instrument. What instrument is this that you have here?
This is a mellophone.
Now, is this a scholarship instrument? Do you have a scholarship for playing the mellophone?
I do actually.
So-
Most of the band isn't on scholarship though.
Really? See, I was going to
Yes.
ask you about that, like the cymbal players. Like, that's a bunch of nothing they're doing, right? I mean, they're not getting free college for doing this every now and then.
Well, you don't get a scholarship just from what you play. It's
Gotcha.
just your ability to play it.
Okay, all right, well, show me what you do.
All right, first things first.
Okay?
You want to, when we are marching,
Okay.
our horns are up here.
All
All
right.
right, and the first thing you want to do is you want to take a step out with your heel, and
Yep.
you want to have a 50-50 weight distribution.
All right, so let's see. So, always kind of,
Yep, that's
Now
good.
so let me see you do it for a little while and
All right,
see if I can get the hang of this.
So, horns up here.
All right.
We'll go more.
How about that? All right, let's see what we got. All right, so I think I have the tightrope part of this down, but a lot of times I see you guys doing some kind of running around. What's the What's the deal with the running? Is it as precise as the walking?
No, it is just full out running as energetically as you can to your spot.
Okay, so say your spot's up there, do you have to hold the mellophone in a certain way? Or?
Whenever we're playing, we simply just,
That's it.
and we're right back there to where we're playing.
Okay, and then there.
Yep,
I think I got it.
easy as it is.
Easy peasy. All right, Aisha, I'm 99% ready to be a member of the band. I've got down the uniform, the marching, the running, the weird positions, all that kind of stuff. But I don't know how to play an instrument yet. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go through some instruments. I'll start with yours. What kind of stick is this?
Okay, I play the piccolo. This is the piccolo.
Piccolo stick, all right.
Okay, so what you're gonna do
Okay.
is almost like act like you're whistling.
I got nothing. It's just a blowing, right?
Yeah, you just gotta blow straight across.
I've been told I blow before. Here we go, let's see. This piccolo's broken, I think. Doesn't- Are you offended by the phrase band nerd?
Not really. We kind of embrace it.
So you hear it though. People say it.
A lot.
How about that? But really, I mean, chicks dig guys with instruments, right?
Absolutely.
Musicians, you see that a lot too. I mean, you see getting some extra dates and stuff from being a guy in a band.
Between the instrument and the uniform, all the time.
And having $1 million.
And the $1 million.
That helps too. All right, Ben, so now that I'm officially in the band and have found an instrument that I can pretend to play better than all the others, I guess we should actually play the fight song and kind of go through this thing, right? Now,
All right.
Is this in case someone gets out of line? You can just, yeah.
Got to keep them in place.
I like that, Ben.
This is actually our mace. This is what we spin at pregame.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. It's got pepper inside of it. Okay, fantastic. So lead me, and then I'll lead all these guys.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Here we go.
Roll Tide!
Tide. Will, were you wearing your normal clothes underneath that outfit there? Of course I was.
I don't think
I wasn't
that's
supposed to?
no.
Up next, we will go to the top of Vulcan with former Alabama quarterback John Parker Wilson. Reed, it's time for rapid fire questions on the grill with former Alabama quarterback John Parker Wilson. Here we go.
How many LSU students called you after the 2008 game?
I would say over 800.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
All right. On this very show, you were once referred to as Sarah Jessica Parker Wilson. How do you respond to that?
Well, my wife would definitely love it because she's a big fan, so I'll take that.
No,
I'll
does
definitely
it
take
change it that Tammy from Feinbaum said it?
It was Tammy.
Was it Tammy? I'll take it, you know?
Okay, all right, sure.
I'll take it.
Anything from Tammy.
Yeah.
Better coach, Nick Saban, Bear Bryant, or Rush Probst?
That's a tough one. Tough one.
Is it?
Tricky.
It's gotta go Saban, right? I know that's tough with Bear around here, but I'm gonna go with Saban.
Well, I
And-
thought
and Probst.
Yeah, I thought because of Probst.
Yeah.
Good coach.
Can you believe that Brett Bielema is being paid over $5 million a year?
A lot of money up there, right? Walmart money, Tyson money.
I guess so.
Apparently, is Will Muschamp a head coach in waiting to be fired?
No question. I think he is running short right now, isn't he?
They're looking at 5 and 7.
5-7, no bowl game in Florida.
Telling you.
Oh, man.
Better offensive lineman, Andre Smith, DJ Fluker, or Pudge Heffelfinger?
It's got to be Andre.
Pudge, though.
That full finger.
He's a real person. You know that? Real person.
Stopped playing, by the way, 44 years before the Heisman Trophy was ever given. You got to know your football.
Pudge. You know, I forgot about Pudge. I bet Peyton
Pudge.
knows who he is.
Yeah, no doubt. Did Nick Saban actually smile at the end of the LSU game, or was he just a little gassy?
Very uncharacteristic, but you know, beating the old team, he was pretty excited.
That's
Pretty interesting.
I'll give you the first name of a well-respected football coach, and you give me his last name. Gene
Chiswick.
How about
I
that?
thought for sure you'd say Stallings.
Stallings, yeah.
Stallings was the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you pictured in AJ's tattoo?
Could be. Could be.
And if you're not now, you could be within the next year.
Could be,
just
yeah.
keeps getting bigger.
It's evolving, ever evolving.
True or false? Even you sacked Brody Croyle once during the 2005 Iron Bowl.
False.
Is that not
False.
true? Okay.
No, I'm not going to go there. That's
Okay.
don't like to see fellow guys getting sacked like
Poor
that.
Brody.
so.
We'll have
Poor
to check
Brody.
the sidelines. Is Arkansas the best 7-loss team in the country?
Wow, they've got 7 losses.
7 losses.
In a row. In a row.
That's
They did beat Samford, though.
well, Sanford's coming on though. So
Yeah, sure. I'm getting paid $5.1 million. What are we doing? Let's go take an elevator ride.
Time for an
All that
elevator
money.
ride. Indeed.
Let's go ahead and get to the important stuff. Is it ever just John Wilson? It's always John Parker, right?
yeah, it's always been John Parker.
Okay.
My mom was on people from day one being
Yeah.
John Parker. So it's either John Parker or JP. So.
Do people ever make him like telemarketers? They ever call him like, yes, John?
They do, you know, calling in and check out my credit card thing. They're like, who is this? You know, I have to tell them John Wilson. It sounds awkward to me. I don't
Do you
even-
ever say like, I was in the NFL?
No, I don't.
I would say that. I would say that a lot. As a
Yeah,
matter
you
of
got to
fact.
start using that in every situation
Yeah, I
in life.
probably should, but yeah, they might laugh at me.
All right, so I want to get some answers on this. People routinely give Mike Shula a hard time, right? But that's a guy that recruited
And that's not just
you.
other teams. You mean people who are.
Oh, yeah, anybody and everyone.
Sure.
But that's a guy that recruited you. Of course, he was a star quarterback at Alabama. And actually, if you look at the record, not quite as bad as everybody thought. Stick up for the guy for a second.
Yeah, no question. I think he got a bad rap. You know, we came in, we had some scholarship reductions, kind of under the probation thing. So we came in. He recruited me, so obviously I love him for giving me a chance. Him and Coach Dave Rader, who's the quarterback coach, offensive coordinator at the time. You know, I thought we were definitely moving up. We had some good recruits coming in. Definitely had a great offense, and we kind of continued that offense throughout the years. But
Well, and people do tend to forget that because it seems like so long ago the probation problems, but it's not like you said, he didn't come in just under normal circumstances. He was sort of a last minute kind of let's get somebody in there and maybe do the best he could have.
And now he ended up then being a quarterback's coach at Jacksonville, correct? No.
yeah, he was in Jacksonville for a while, and then he went to Carolina from Jacksonville.
And turned Cam Newton into a good quarterback.
No question.
No.
No question. They're doing great up there. He's now the coordinator. So, you know, coming from the pros, he definitely had the right mentality. You know, I think we graduated with like 9 seniors. So when I started to play as, sophomore and junior, we didn't have a ton of guys. It was tough. I think he did a great job in helping all of us. Definitely helped me, kind of start the process of where we're at today.
All right, so now it's time for a little thing we call word association. This is where we quickly give you a word or a quick phrase, and you have to tell us the very first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Here we go.
All right, word association. Here we go. Johnny Manziel.
Heisman.
Walk of Champions.
Awesome.
BCS.
About to be over.
War Eagle.
No chance.
AJ McCarron.
Underrated.
Gus Malzahn.
Probably underrated.
Probably. Scott Cochran.
Beast.
Tuscaloosa.
The best place on earth.
Pete.
I got nothing.
Les Miles.
The Mad Hatter.
Mad indeed.
That was a pretty good job.
Well played.
Yeah.
When we come
Not
back,
a lot of confidence in the Pete, though.
No, seriously. When we come back, we'll see how good you do at This Is Your Life with John Parker Wilson. Welcome back to the Iron Bowl Hour. I'm Will. He's reading. That's JP, never John.
That's right. All right, now, big game potentially coming up at the end of the season for the Iron Bowl. A lot of people think it's going to be close, but what do you think? What do you make of this game? Is Auburn going to be able to stop Alabama, or is Alabama too much for them this year?
I think Alabama would be too much, just the way they played, especially after this weekend playing LSU, a big team, a lot on the line. I think with Auburn and, kind of when Alabama plays Tennessee or LSU, you kind of throw the stats out of the window, though, especially at the end of the season. Yeah. It'd mean a lot for Auburn to knock Alabama out of everything.
All right, up next, it's time for a thing we call This Is Your Life. This is where we take research from two of our producers. They're pretty much awful anyway, but we decide which one we're going to get rid of. So basically, we read some facts about your life that they gave us. You tell us if it's correct or not. Ready for This Is Your Life?
This is your life.
Here we go.
Question mark. Here we go. You were signed to the Jacksonville Jaguars active roster and then released 2 days later. Is that true?
Yes, that is true.
Is that the shortest job in the history of what happened?
Oh,
there?
no, there's been much shorter jobs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was with a guy this year in Pittsburgh. I think he had 26 or 27 transactions with the Patriots. So our starting quarterback was hurt.
Yeah.
Knew he wasn't going to play. I was on the practice squad, so they activated me, I think, Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. And then, basically when I got on the plane, I knew that he was going to be healthy the next day. So
you're hired. Get out of here.
I was going to be cut the next day,
Nice.
show back up the next day, get cut, had to stay away for 24 hours.
What can you do?
Wednesday practice squad
What
again.
can you do?
All right, in 2011, you were featured in television ads as the face of sexual assault?
That doesn't sound right.
Awareness.
They just left off
Awareness.
the-
Yeah, we were
okay.
preventing sexual assault awareness. And,
Preventing it.
I was really
Preventing
worried.
PSA thing.
I was just,
Okay,
I was
alright.
worried about that one, yeah. As the career passing yards record holder up until last weekend, you wish Alabama would have run the ball more this season.
No question.
Yeah.
Right?
See, I
We
thought
keep
that
it
was-
around a little bit, but
Jeez,
AJ's breaking records.
What a
Yeah,
jerk.
What a jerk.
Good.
Yeah.
You were a baseball player at heart who wound up playing football instead.
No question.
Huh.
Loves playing baseball. Grew up, my dad played baseball. Definitely a baseball household. Wanted to play. I played my freshman year at Bama. They started throwing sliders and curveballs, so I went into the football field.
That
That's
was
nice.
it.
Yeah,
that
I was
was
done
it.
after that.
Tough
Smart
to
man.
hit those. Tough to hit
Very
those.
good. Thanks a ton, John.
great
Parker.
job.
Awesome.
Enjoyed it, guys.
That's a lot of fun. That's all the time we have for this Iron Bowl Hour. I'm Will Lochamy.
And I'm Reed Lochamy.
Roll Eagle Reed.
And War Tide will.
Don't forget to follow us and interact with us via Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at the Iron Bowl Hour. You can also come see our radio show, Oh Brother Radio, every Thursday, live from Iron City from 7 to 9 p.m. on Birmingham Mountain Radio.
Now, Will, let's get out of here. I've got a pan of shrinky dinks that have to come out of the oven in 30 minutes.
Promotional consideration provided by Express Helicopters at the Birmingham International Airport, specializing in charters, tours, news, and events. And Vulcan Park and Museum, home to the world's largest cast iron statue, spectacular views, and indoor and outdoor exhibits that recount the region's history, as well as the story of the iconic 56-foot tall statue that has become the beloved symbol of Birmingham.
I figured you'd wake me up at some point.
Let's let that go.
Reed, I need more football. More football. Hey, can we get one on Tuesday night as well?
That's absolutely absurd.
Get us out of those dinners with our folks, you know?
No, we gotta start this over. Here we go.
One spot. Alabama businesses now have access to a centralized statewide electronic filing and remittance system for sales, use, and rental taxes, allowing city and county to be filed along with state taxes through a single website, myalabamataxes.alabama.gov.